Hey everybody, welcome back to VGC Regulation D, where I kind of wanna share something with you guys that I've realized over the course of us, the lead up to Regulation D, and that's that they didn't specifically say that Ash Greninja isn't allowed, or rather, Greninja with Battle Bond isn't allowed. Let me explain. So, always, because this Greninja was not allowed in like Sun and Moon or like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It could be traded up to that game. It was never allowed in VGC, but it was always specifically like listed as not being allowed. And the reason for that is that it's very hard to get this Pokemon. You had to have played the demo for Sun and Moon, and you like get it in the demo, and then you can like trade it up into the regular game, and that is the only way you can get this Pokemon. So you had to do that, and you had to download the demo while it was still around. You can't download it anymore. Obviously, the 3DS eShop is closed, and you have to trade it up and do all this kind of stuff. Well, this is a Pokemon that if you have it, you can trade into Scarlet and Violet, and it will keep the ability Battle Bond, which is kind of cool. And the other thing is that they don't. If we look at the rules here, let me pull them up really quick. Let me show them to you. Because I'm going to just go to, like, the Cerebi version of the rules. Unless... Wow, this is... Okay, let me see here. Sports Illustrated. Sports Illustrated? That's funky. Okay, here we are. Okay. So... Because Cerebi always does a really good job of like posting exactly what it says on the official rules. It's very hard to find the official rules on the internet. They always post it into like Pokemon Home and stuff, and that's the easiest way to read it for some reason. But Cerebi does a good job of just like posting exactly the same thing. So if we look at the banned Pokemon, Mew, Mewtwo, of course, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Arceus, Meloetta, Diancie, Hoopa. It's all the usual suspects, right? Guess who's not here? Greninja's not here. Like... Every other time that we have had the access to Battle Bond Greninja, they have specifically gone out of their way to say, hey, this Pokemon is not allowed. They have not done that this time. It is not listed here. And I tried to confirm this like really early on in Regulation D by just like going on Showdown and seeing if it would let me do it, and it gave me an error initially. Like when I first tried to do this when they announced Regulation D and they dropped the Regulation D ladder, Showdown was like, nah, that Pokemon doesn't exist in Scarlet and Violet, or like you can't use that Pokemon, which is fair. But since then, they've actually gone and added the ability to use Battle Bond Greninja into the Regulation D ladder on Pokemon Showdown, which to me suggests that they think the same thing, or they have like some sort of confirmation of the same thing that I'm feeling, and that it's allowed in Regulation D. Go ahead, go make a team with Battle Bond Greninja right now. Just take one of your like regular teams and throw Greninja on it. Like, don't waste your time. But and try to join a game. And Showdown will let you join a game. And I don't have an Ash Greninja, a Battle Bond Greninja to like confirm this yet. I'm working on getting one, but I'm willing to bet that if you took one and you tried to enter like a ladder tour, a Regulation D ladder tour, it would let you bring it in. And that's because, well, I think they just kind of forgot about it. Now, they did nerf Battle Bond. If you don't know, Battle Bond has a new effect. What the ability Battle Bond does now, what it used to do is it basically triggered like a Mega Evolution style like form change where you got like a Greninja with whole new stats, and like it changed how the move Water Shuriken worked. It's not as good now, but it's still pretty decent. Basically, if Greninja takes a KO, it raises the attack, the special attack, and the speed of Greninja by one stage. This ability can only be activated once per battle. So if you switch out, you switch back in, you can't do it again. I think that's kind of silly. That feels like a weird restriction, but whatever. It's still like a decent ability. Like literally, you take a KO, you get 3 stat boosts, and now you're like super strong Greninja. Like that's pretty good, I think. Yeah, and if we look at Greninja's stats really quick here, like obviously I made some sets to talk about. We'll get there in a second. But Greninja has enough speed actually to outspeed Regieleki at +1. You only need to hit, I actually speed crept it one of his other stats. You only need to hit 187 to speed creep Regieleki at +1, and Greninja hits that. it hits that pretty easily. I mean, you do have to run like a plus speed nature, but you do hit that number pretty easily because Greninja has a pretty good speed stat, which means, I mean, obviously, basically the only thing that's relevant that you're not going to outspeed at +1 is Booster Energy Iron Bundle, and that's because nothing without Tailwind outspeeds Booster Energy Iron Bundle except for Twist Scarf Electrode and Twist Scarf Regieleki, but that's neither here nor there. But that's pretty decent because Regieleki is a pretty frail Pokemon, and if you can outspeed it with your +1 special attack or attack Greninja and hit it, it's probably just going to go down unless it's running Focus Sash. So yeah, if we look here, I've created some sets to just talk about Greninja. I don't have a full team for you. Hopefully, you know, I'll have one in the future. If I can get my hands on a Battle Bond Greninja, I will make probably a rental team of some sort so that, you know, everybody can use Battle Bond Greninja on the ladder if they so choose. I've got a lot of rentals in the works, guys. Like, this is going to be a big format for rentals for me, which is kind of crazy because I haven't really done that many, you know, leading up to this point. The first one here, this is what I used when I was just trying to see if it would let me play it on the ladder. I literally just threw this onto the Hisuian Arcanine team in place of the Fluttermane, and it worked great. Surf, Ice Beam, Water Shuriken protects. You can lead this with a rain setter like Tornadus or Pelipper, and you just click Surf, and hopefully you take a KO, and then you get your 3 stat boost, which is pretty cool. At that point, all these other attacks are going to do huge damage. Ice Beam's really good just for coverage. It'll help you hit grass types. It'll help you hit flying types. Water Shuriken, don't forget about this move. This is a priority move that hits 5 times. And you can use this as like setup for stuff like Palossand or Colossal or whatever. We're not interested in that today. Right now, this is, for us, this is basically special Aqua Jet, because if you hit 3 times, it's actually stronger than Aqua Jet. It hits 45, which is just a little bit stronger than Aqua Jet. And +1, that's going to be doing a good chunk of damage. That's almost like, it's going to hit harder than Urshifu's Aqua Jet, more or less. You're going to Terra Water on top of that and just do like massive amounts of damage in the rain, I would imagine. If you hit all 5 times, it's a priority attack with a base power of math. I didn't do the math ahead of time, and it's 75, which is not, that's like an extreme speed. Maybe there's a world where maybe I'll throw this on the end. Maybe there's a world where you just play like loaded dice Water Shuriken Greninja. That sounds kind of cool. Like 4 to 5 times. That's basically like anywhere from a jet punch to an extreme speed, which is kind of neat for like a special water type move. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Keep that in mind. That might be something that we mess around with later. I did make some other sets. I think that being able to use Battle Bond actually makes running Water Pledge Greninja over Inteleon kind of cool. You could run something like, and this is just me spitballing, you could run something like Meowscarada, which is a little bit faster than Greninja, actually. If you run max speed on both, you will be faster, which is kind of cool. Oh, I meant hit Adamant. Jolly, please. Yeah, you actually outspeed Greninja by exactly 1 speed, which is kind of cool. So you could do something like running, you don't even have to run Scarf at this point, I guess, but you could do something like run Scarf Meowscarada so that you outspeed Regieleki, because Regieleki hits that number Meowscarada also hits that number very easily, and run Grass Pledge. And then after you take a KO with your Grass Pledge, everything else gets slower because it's Grass plus Water Pledge, which is really cool. It's a base 150 Grass plus Water Pledge, which is a Grass type move, and you can tear it at Grass now and take that KO and get the Grassy Surge stuff set up, and you get all the boosts on your Greninja. That's a lot of stuff from one attack. Let me, man, I am salivating at the thought of this. Maybe that's not a good word to use. I don't know. This is making me. I'm titillated. If you know what I mean. Yeah, man, that sounds really cool. I'm gonna test all sorts of stuff with Battle Bond Greninja because I don't know. It's such a cool ability. I feel like it should be like once per on the field, kind of like Protein. But once per battle, you know, like that's fine, I guess. It's up there with abilities. I believe this is how Intrepid Sword and Dauntless Shield work now. So, you know, I did include a physical set on here. I don't think physical Greninja is it. I think you got to run special Greninja, but I put it on here because you do get Night Slash and Waterfall, which are cool moves. You don't get a whole lot of physical coverage. I mean, I guess you get like Fling and Brick Break. I went for Low Kick because I figure like Ursaluna's pretty heavy, and maybe with like a Low Kick you could just knock it out. But I didn't really get that many physical moves like when I was looking at it. I guess you get like Aerial Ace. Do you get Acrobatics? You don't even get acrobatics. That's kind of lame, to be honest. I don't know. You get Giga Impact. Everybody gets Giga Impact. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the physical set's going to be. I think you got to run a special set. I feel like Greninja used to get Sucker Punch, but apparently it doesn't get Sucker Punch. I don't know why I thought it did. I was like so confident that it got Sucker Punch. If you don't want to run like Surf, you can just run Hydro Pump on the other sets. And then I had a thought because it gets Blizzard. I don't know. Maybe like Terra Ice Blizzard spam would be kind of cool because there are a lot of things that are weak to ice right now. Like with all the genies running around, they are all weak to ice. And like people are running Zapdos, people are running Rillaboom, people are running Ursaluna. I don't know. Maybe like the Terra Ice Life Orb Blizzard just like takes a free KO and then you get boosts and Blizzard KOs even more things. It sounds kind of silly, but it could work. And you could run like Rain and Snow on the same team. Call it Sleet the Team. I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys, because nobody's talking about this. This feels important. This is the first time we've been able to run this Pokemon with this ability. And yes, it's not the same Battle Bond that we used to know, but it's a pretty good Battle Bond, I think. Like especially with Protein nerfed the way that they did. I really think that Battle Bond is the best ability for Greninja. I don't know. I think this is a change that like warrants discussion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you liked the video, leave me a big fat like. Like I said, let me know what you think about Battle Bond Greninja down in the comments. This is a little bit of a shorter video. I apologize. This is what I have the energy for today. All of my energy has been thinking about Battle Bond Greninja all day because I was able to like bring it to a showdown match and I won that match and that got me really excited. Yeah, what do you think about this? Do you think it's actually legal? Do you think it's like, you know, only kind of like fake legal? Is this going to be like a Trick Room and DD situation where this is legal just because they didn't specifically say it wasn't? I don't know. But yeah, if you want to be a certified AndyLa fan, it's 99 cents a month. Leave that down, you know, in the join button underneath the video. I have a new shirt. Drop the shirt right here. There's the shirt. It's very cute. It's very expensive. I'm sorry that it wouldn't let me make it any cheaper than I made it. I apologize. But it's a really cool shirt, and if I could buy one for myself right now, I would have already bought it. Yeah, with that, everybody, my name is Andrew. I'll catch you guys next time.